I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me?
With the flood of deep fakes being shared online, who can say what is real and what is AI generated? And with the availability and rise of software like Google VO3, it's never been easier to generate realistic video from text or image prompts. The good news is there are things to look for that give away the fact that a video is not real. And now is a great time to review consumption best practices as these tools continue to improve. And with us today is Carmi Levy, technology analyst and journalist, and we need your assistance here and your expertise. Good morning to you, Carmi.
Good morning, Rosie. I promise you, I am the human version of Carmi, not the AI one.
Okay, how do I know?
I mean, the two words that we usually use and that seem to work for now are lean in. So when you're watching a video, is kind of slow it down, lean in and watch for what we like to call tells that give away the fact that it is not real, that it's synthetically generated, AI created. So for example, the movement might not be as smooth. It might sort of be kind of stop and start. There might be like kind of little hitches here and there. That sometimes the lips, the audio doesn't quite match what you're seeing on the individual's face, the way they speak. Oftentimes the lighting or the shading might be a little off, or you might see sort of artifacts. So for example, if someone puts their arm around the back of somebody, there might be kind of a placement issue or additional pieces. In some cases, there are extra fingers or not enough fingers. So look closely, and sometimes you'll be able to see. The problem is, of course, with each new generation of these video generator apps that you described in the intro, they get better. And so it gets even harder to tell that something was AI created. And in fact, the new version of VO3, is so good that for a lot of people, even when they lean in, it's increasingly difficult to tell.
Carmi, how quickly are these new generations coming out? We got VO3. When will we see VO4, VO5, VO6, and so on?
Likely in a few months. I mean, this is like literally the half-life of an AI tool now is getting shorter and shorter because the competition is ramping up and every company is kind of throwing everything they've got at the wall in order to be the top dog in the AI space. And so last year, for example, OpenAI released Sora, and that was revolutionary, even though it didn't have sound and it was limited to short clips. VO3 blows away a lot of those limitations. It includes sound. You can have longer videos. The quality is off the charts, and so it is only a matter of likely days, if not weeks, before we see the next generation, and it'll just continue on that steep curve.
Carmi, I don't have much time, but let's say, we're in the news business here. We're on TV, we're relaying the news. Let's say my mom or grandmom watches, and there's some weird kind of video, but it looks authentic. How common is this going to be coming in the future, and how else can you spot that it's a fake, it's not real?
It's already common now, and it's going to get even worse in future. How you tell it's real or not real is you check the source. Make sure that it's coming from a legitimate source that you can trust. In many cases, if you can't trace it back to its origin, a company that you know, an individual that you know, you should just assume from the start that it's not real. And that's what I do. I start cynically, and then I require the content to prove to me that it is in fact real.
I love that. Start cynically, lean in, be discerning, and go back and trace the source. These are really great tips. And once again, you come to our rescue. Thank you so much, Carmi.
Appreciate it, Rosie. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Carmi Levy, tech expert.